Another dad joke. So if you wanted to see this fail, sorry to burst your bubble. The best and worst of bubble skincare. What's up, everyone? We're back. I'm Dr. Shaw.
Dr. Maxfield.
Welcome back to our channel, Dr. Larry. We talk about all things skincare and dermatology. This is our series where we go over the best and worst of different skincare brands, and the topic of choice today is bubble skincare. Now, this has been going viral. I remember when Bubble first came out, it got a little bit of spike on TikTok, and then it was quiet for a little bit, at least from a consumer perception. I didn't see it that much. And then lately it's just exploded. I'm excited to see that, but I want to know whether or not these products are actually worth it, or is this just a Gen Z phenomenon that's occurring? What comes after Gen Z?
A, I think.
Gen A.
It starts over.
Start over. Gen A, Gen Z phenomenon. Who knows? Bubble skincare. Here we go.
Here we go.
Starting off, let's go through some of the Bubble packaging. So Bubble has some interesting package. You have your secondary packaging, which comes in a box. Very colorful, very loud. It's gonna stand out on that shelf in Walmart. You are gonna see Bubble, you're not gonna miss Bubble. No one can miss Bubble. Some good information on that packaging as well.
So I liked the secondary packaging, the box. Who likes a box? I kind of like the box. So when this first came to me, it got my attention because of the colors in the box. And then I opened up the box. I hate this packaging. It just feels plasticky. And I don't think it does the product justice. I think the actual plasticky quality takes away from some of the thoughtfulness and nuance of the Bubble skincare line.
I would say, plastic versus that feel of the plastic, that's definitely going to come down to user preference. What I would say is that the ingredients in a lot of the formulas are very mature and thoughtful, like Dr. Maxwell is saying, where the branding feels like it's targeting, of course, a younger audience, which is obviously, I think, where it's got adopted the most. But that being said, I think it makes you feel as if you're maybe a little bit older, that you would not want to put this on your shelf, where the products are actually, many of them being excellent. So I think it does it in some ways an injustice, but then again, it probably opened them into a new market.
Yeah, and that's fair. Congratulations, it worked for you. Like, I'm happy for you. My personal preference, I don't like the packaging, but obviously it hasn't held them back in any way.
So first up, let's just go in order of what the products do. Let's talk about their cleanser. So they have their Fresh Start Gel Cleanser. Now, from a functional standpoint, works pretty well as a cleanser. It's got polyhydroxy acid in it. It's got glycerin, so it has that hydration component to it, but also has lavender flower water in it. And lavender and mentha, spearmint, can be irritating for a lot of people. Though it gives you that kind of cooling sensation, it also at the same time can be irritating to the skin. So although this is fragrance free, those are technically essential oils, and for some people could end up irritating them. Overall, I would say a good, affordable, basic cleanser, but it's definitely not on my best of Bubble list.
It's a cleanser and it will serviceably cleanse.
Next up, let's talk about their treatments. So one of their products that's actually super interesting is their Daydream. It's their tone and texture serum with vitamin C and niacinamide in it. So they call this a vitamin C and niacinamide serum, but what's really interesting about it is it has a lot more than that. It has both vitamin C and niacinamide, but also has alpha-arbutin, which is incredible for dark spots, and tranexamic acid, which is incredible for dark spots, and licorice roots, which is incredible for dark spots, plus ceramides, which are very much hydrating for the skin, and 6 different types of ceramides from what I can tell here. So it's loaded with other ingredients in addition to this vitamin C and niacinamide.
This vitamin C product has depth, and that's, I think in this day and age where you have so many good products available to you, that's what you want to see. That's what can make this stand apart from so many other options. What's the price point on this one? He's looking up the price point. Because vitamin C's historically have been very expensive, this one has sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which you'll find in a lot of your more budget-friendly vitamin C options.
$17.
$17, there it is. So, this is not your L-ascorbic acid. This is not your ethyl ascorbic acid, which I'm a huge fan of, but this is a serviceable vitamin C with a huge supporting cast. So I'm a big fan. It's on the best list for me.
This is definitely on the best list for me. I would actually not say this is a vitamin C serum, personally. I would go on and say, hey, this has other benefits in it. I would use it in the morning after cleansing, before applying my sunscreen, and I would use it as my antioxidant and lightening, brightening serum for complexion. So I think it has a lot of added benefits, and the vitamin C not being the heavy hitter here. And for $17, I think it packs a big punch. Next up is their break-even balancing toner. Now, if you've seen our videos from the past, not huge toner fans in general. So as you might expect, we're not too excited about a toner.
Now I will say toners have evolved, which is why you're seeing a lot more toners talked about by me in particular. I'm not saying we changed the toner industry, but we talked about it. And toners now are just active ingredients in a very watery base. Oh, also, I can tell this is a toner that seems to be made to put a cotton swab on there. You don't need to do that with your toner.
So one of my issues with this toner in general is that toners have a lot of times become essences, which really have treatment and active ingredients in them.
Right.
Now this product is got rose flower water in it, so it smells like a rose. Not going to be doing much for the skin if I'm being 100% honest with you. Glycerin, good and hydrating. Niacinamide, we love. Willow bark, which is a form of salicylic acid. Green tea, we love. But then if you see at the bottom of this list, they do say we formulate without fragrance, but they do have citronellol, geraniol, and linalool in this product. So you add rose water with a bunch of other fragrant essential oil derivatives in them, and that can be irritating from the skin. And the thing is that it's not adding many benefits in the terms of active ingredients to the skin. So it's something that's an additional step in your routine that really isn't going to be adding much, especially if you're using something like that vitamin C niacinamide serum that we talked about earlier. That's going to have all these benefits without the downsides. So for me, this one's on the worst list.
Me too. This is on that naughty list because yeah, it's a toner you don't need. It's neither the astringent you don't need, nor is it your active ingredient essence toner. So for me, it's a miss.
So next up, we're talking about their Deep Dive AHA PHA Exfoliating Mask. Now, what I will tell you about this product is, if you recall, last year, this was on our list for the best 5 products of the year. So I think it goes without saying that's on our best list of Bubble. This is a phenomenal exfoliating mask. It has both alpha hydroxy acids in it and polyhydroxy acids, which can be a little bit more gentle. But it's loaded with other ingredients in it, like mandelic acid, gluconolactone. Those are your alpha hydroxy acids and your PHA. It's got allantoin. It's got licorice root, turmeric. It's got pineapple, which is essentially a enzyme exfoliant in it. And so this is meant to be left on as a mask. It's not meant to be left on all night. You leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes and then you wash it off. You're going to use this once a week and it's going to be a strong exfoliating step. I love this product.
Me too. So actually, I was thinking while Dr. Shaw was talking, if I took this ingredient list, I took off this packaging, I put it in beautiful gold, lace, silver packaging, and I sold it out of my office and said, this is your medical grade exfoliant. It's loaded. It's gonna do everything for you. You would buy it. I would sell this to you for $100. This is great. It's very affordable, and especially for what it's bringing to the table and delivering, a premier product from Bubble.
Next up, we tried all the moisturizers from Bubble, and I would say all of them are good. Now, are any of them the world's greatest moisturizer? I would say maybe, maybe not. It depends. Moisturizers a lot of times come down to preference. These all have incredible ingredients. They're all great. I'm going to just make it simple for you because I actually think the Bubble moisturizing line is incredibly confusing. So this is my opinion. Maybe the brand can tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. There's 3 main moisturizers. There's the Level Up, the Cloud Surf, and the Slam Dunk. My opinion, the Level Up is more of a gel-like moisturizer. It's better for oily skin. Their Cloud Surf moisturizer, which comes out more like a lotion, so somewhere in between a cream and a gel. And this is something that's gonna be for somebody with more normal skin. And then the last one, if you have drier skin, is their Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturizer, which to me feels like a little bit of a heavier cream. This one I personally prefer because I like heavier moisturizers if you've been following me. And so to simplify this, that's how I would use it.
And then they also have this overnight hydrating sleep mask, which they say use 1 to 2 times a week. This says it's a mask, which is why intuitively I wanted to say this is a thicker nothing. This is like a gel lotion. And for a mask, that baffles me, especially when they tell you to use infrequently for like that repair. I think they're making it more complicated. I think the nuance between each is fairly small, especially from a textural aesthetic. So I think you can simplify it like Dr. Shaw said. If you want to use the mask every single day, I actually think that would be acceptable. I also think the name Cloud Surf is insanely cool. I love clouds. I would like to be a cloud. I love to surf. I wish the product lived up to the name.
So this one, the overnight hydrating mask, I don't think it's maybe necessary for anyone. If you just pick the 3 that we went through before based on your skin type, that's probably where you're gonna have the most success. Again, all of them are good products. You just gotta find the texture that you prefer the most. And last, we'll really quickly go through their 2 different spot treatments treatments that they have. Neither of these really blew me away ultimately, but they're all good. We've covered better spot treatments in the past, but they have one that is a benzoyl peroxide called Fade Away. That Fade Away is best for inflammatory acne, so something that has pus in it. And then the Knockout has 1.8% salicylic acid in it, but it also has azelaic acid in it. So it's better for comedones and for dark spots. So those are the two options. Both are good. Just pick the one that's best for your type of acne and for your type of blemishes.
And I will say that their sunscreen is actually pretty good too. This is their Solar Mate. I want to be like Solar Matte. For some reason, I feel like it should say matte. But anyway, Solar Mate Daily Mineral Sunscreen SPF 40. It actually blended really well for a mineral sunscreen. So for that reason alone, it's like worth mentioning. It's good. It doesn't blow me out of the water. It's good. But that is Bubble in a Bubble. I'm like killing it with the dad jokes today.
You really are. You're on fire.
I think it's actually a great brand, and they've done a really good job delivering on thoughtful formulations. We've shared our best and our worst, and you can share yours with us.
Overall, Bubble actually has done an incredible job. This may be one of the first skincare brands that you use. I like that it's widely available. I like that it's available in retailers like Walmart. I like that it's affordable. I like that they have thoughtful ingredients. Not every product from any brand is a complete hit, but they have more hits than they have misses. So Bubble, excellent brand. Congratulations on your growth. We hope to see more success, and we hope that you bring more people into skincare, especially people who are taking care of their skin with gentle cleansers and sunscreens, because in dermatology, a lot of brands are wrecking people's skin. So we are grateful that these are available.
Another dad joke. So if you wanted to see this fail, sorry to burst your bubble, but Bubble's here to stay.
Oh, God.